Hey, Maximizers! Welcome to my life. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a content coach. And I help coaches and service providers use YouTube to create consistent content that converts into consistent sales within their business. I have been creating content since 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon, how to budget, how to meal plan, how to strategically shop to get all the things that they want, like, and need without paying full price. I had been couponing at the time when I started my YouTube channel for 10 years. Well, in 2020, when the pandemic hit, my clients were like, hey, Crystal, can you teach us how to start YouTube channels? Can you teach us how to start businesses? Can you teach us how to start side hustles? Because we've saved a lot of money and now we want to learn how to make money. The first program I ever ran business coaching wise was called YouTube Channel on a Budget and Side Hustle on a Budget. And I taught some of my couponing clients how to start a YouTube channel from scratch and how to start side hustles from scratch. So from 2020 to 2023, I did both things. My business coach was also like, hey, Crystal, you are one of my star students. So how about you come coach my people? And I was like, okay. So for 3 years, I did both. Forward facing, I was your couponing girl. I was your money saving girl. I was your budgeting girl. I was on the news over like 20 times, all the things couponing, right? But behind the scenes, I was running business coaching and YouTube channel programs and really helping my clients make more money. And it was so much fun to help a woman take an idea from her brain and turn it into a profitable business that she actually loved. It was really amazing to help. I think in that first round of the program, I helped about 15 women start a YouTube channel. And it wasn't all necessarily for business. Some of them were just for like motivation, inspiration, a passion project for themselves. But I helped about 15 women start a YouTube channel in that very first round. And it was so exciting to see them excited about posting their content and creating their content and doing all the things. And it really motivated me to continue to do both. And I did both for 3 years, right? But it became hard for me. It became excuse me, it became hard to me to speak to two audiences because I was speaking to my couponing audience mainly and then sprinkling in the side hustle stuff. But I was like, I need to focus fully. If I'm really going to go to the next level in my business, my focus can't be split. I can't be making money and saving money. It became too much. So I said, what do I really want to do? What is going to make me happy? And at that point, I said, you know what? Nothing bad happens when women make more money. I want to be a business coach. It was never my goal. It was never my intention. It was never my focus to be a business coach, but out of a need to help my clients get more of what they want, I became a business coach and I really fell in love with it. And nothing bad happens when women make more money. So I said, shoot, I'm going to be a business coach. But it was a huge transition. It was also a struggle within myself because I'm like, am I a sellout? Am I turning my back on my audience? Like, who do I think I am? Am I qualified to be a business coach? Like, do I really have the qualifications? Now, couponing, I've been doing that for 10, 15, at this point, 17 years. But for me to jump into business coaching, like, I had only had my business for like 4 years. And now I'm going to be a business coach. Like, what in the world? So it took a lot for me to decide that I was going to be a business coach. But in 2023, I decided and I did what I did best. I started a second YouTube channel because my SEO from my business usage channel was just too stuck on couponing. So I said, I need to create an SEO for a business YouTube channel because I want my ideal clients to find me who want to start and grow a business, if that makes sense. So my couponing YouTube channel was focused on couponing. So instead of trying to switch that channel into a business YouTube channel, I said, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to start a second YouTube channel focused on business. And that channel was called Build a Business with Chris. It's Build a Business with KRYS. So please make sure you go subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. So I started a brand new YouTube channel in August of 2023. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a business coach. In 2024, I closed down all of my couponing programs. I let go of lots of clients. I let go of thousands of dollars in monthly recurring revenue. And I said, I'm going to be a business coach. But my life was also falling apart. I had broke off an engagement in 2023. So I was dealing with some severe depression in 2024. And I was not showing up or selling in my business the way that I planned to, the way that I wanted to, or the way that I desired. Okay. None of that was happening. So I was basically throwing spaghetti at the wall and see if it sticks. I was all over the place in 2024, mostly because personally I was depressed. And I could not get out of my head. I could not get out of my emotions. I could not get out of my feelings. I was like grieving the loss of the relationship, the loss of losing myself in the relationship. It was so much. So like I wasn't clear and level-headed in my business. So I said, I have to figure out what sets me apart. I have to figure out what's my secret sauce. I have to figure out what makes me different as a business coach, because I cannot be an anything and everything business coach to everyone. It's not going to work. I needed to figure out what set me apart and what area of business coaching I wanted to be in, because trying to be a business coach from A to Z, it's too much. So I asked myself, as I would ask a client, what have I done really well in my business? And what have I helped my business coaching clients with the most? The answer to that question was content. At that point, I had posted over 2,000 videos across my YouTube channels. I had gone live over 1,000 times. I had posted hundreds of times on TikTok and Instagram. As a result of all the content I created, I had made close to $400,000. By early 2024, I had, getting right over the $400,000 mark. So from all of my content, I had made over $400,000. When I looked back to see how I helped my clients the most, it was always with content and sales. I was always helping them with the content strategy. I was always helping them figure out how to create their content, engage, build their audience, and make sales from their content. So I said, you know what? I need to be a content coach. So I decided that my niche within business coaching was going to be content. I decided that I wanted to focus in on content because that is what I did really well. And then in 2025, I was like, it's still not specific enough. I had been running from specifically focusing on YouTube because I'm like, I want to help women with content holistically. But the content that I do well and the best is YouTube and going live. YouTube is my main platform. And I have been preaching that YouTube has been my main platform since the beginning of time. YouTube is the reason that I am in front of you right now. YouTube created Chris the Maximizer. I'm Chris the Maximizer because I started my YouTube channel. And I was like, you know what? That's where my area of expertise lies. That's where I've made most of my money, where I've built my audience, and where I've got the most clients. Okay. Almost all of my sales too. Hey, Ronisha, thank you so much for joining. Yes. Most of my clients, I'll say 90% of the sales that I've made have come from YouTube. And I'm going to talk to you about how I make sales using my YouTube channel and why, if you're a coach or service provider, you should be having a YouTube channel. A YouTube channel will literally set your business off into another dimension. I did things backwards. I started my YouTube channel first, and then I created my business. The first thing I sold in my business was a $5 membership, and that was because I had a YouTube channel and an audience of people to sell to. I didn't even know what kind of business I was going to have or what I was going to sell. I just knew that I wanted to help people save money and coupon. And because I started there, I ended up here. But my YouTube channel is the reason that I've gotten here. My YouTube channel is the reason that I've made over $400,000. I've been able to get 4- and 5-figure brand deals from my YouTube channel, affiliate deals from my YouTube channel. I've made over $42,000 from my couponing YouTube channel. My business YouTube channel isn't monetized from YouTube yet, but my couponing one is. And I've made over $42,000 since I got my first check in January of 2019. Since January in 2019, there's only been 2 months in the entire 6 years that I've been monetized that I haven't got a YouTube check. And I want to say both of those months were this year, literally this year. So the first 5 years, I got a check from YouTube every single month. I have not posted on my couponing channel consistently at all. And I also haven't been going live as much as I usually go live. So I haven't been reaching that minimum threshold to get a check. But literally 2 months out of 6 years, because I've been getting checks since January of 2019. So when I got my first YouTube check. And I've only gone 2 months without a YouTube check. Most of those months have been multiple hundreds. In the first 2 years, it was multiple thousands of dollars I was making from YouTube. So YouTube has allowed me to build the life and the business that I enjoy. I don't have a 9-to-5 anymore. I've been full-time in my business for 6 years. All of that is because of my YouTube channel. Without my YouTube channel, I'm not Chris the Maximizer. Without my YouTube channel, I don't have a business. Point blank, period. So tonight's live, I want to dig into how I made sales from my YouTube channel. So this is for you if you're a business owner, period, and you want to know all the ways that you can make sales, or how I've made sales specifically using my YouTube channel. So I'd love to know who's here. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from? And I need to know in the comments. Give me a yes if you have a YouTube channel, no and you don't want a YouTube channel, and want if you want to start a YouTube channel. So where you're watching from, I'm in Lake County, Florida, which is in Central Florida area. And do you have a YouTube channel? So I will put yes. I got 2 YouTube channels. I have a couponing YouTube channel and I have a business YouTube channel. Build a Business with Chris. If you have a business, go subscribe. It's Build a Business with KRYS. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. I'm trying to secure over 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. And I think I have like 70 to go. I'm teetering around like 930 right now. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, please go subscribe. Ronisha is here in South Carolina and you have a YouTube channel. What's your YouTube channel about? What do you talk about over there? So again, where are you watching from? What city, what state, what country are you watching from? And yes, if you have a YouTube channel, no, if you don't have one and you don't want one, or if you want to start a YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments, okay? So we're going to dig in and I'm going to share with you how I made sales from YouTube. But my lives are open. So if this is your first time joining me, welcome. Ask all your questions. You can ask your questions about starting a business, growing a business, using YouTube, starting YouTube. Any questions that you have, please let me know down in the comments. Ames, Iowa. Thank you. My Financial Equity, how are you? No YouTube channel yet. Yeah. Do you want one? I feel like you said you did want one. So let me know in the comments if you want one or are you still just focusing on TikTok? Ronisha says, I started off as ministry. Now I'm doing inner healing content. Ooh, love that. Love that, Ronisha. Now, are you selling anything or are you just purely motivating and inspiring right now, Ronisha? Are you selling anything or are you just doing motivation and inspiration right now? Okay, so we're going to talk about how I've made sales from YouTube. So just to recap, I started making YouTube videos in August of 2018. I knew my whole life since I was a kid that I was going to have a business. I never knew what my business was going to be, but I've been a hustler since I was a kid. I drew on paper, sold fans in the street. I sold candy out of my backpack. I sold snowballs out of my mom's freezer. I've sold raffle tickets. I've done bowl-a-thons. I mean, I've always been a little hustler. I've always been trying to find a way to make money. I've always had 2 and 3 jobs at a time. So when I started my YouTube channel, I was just fed up. And I was like, I know that I want to have my own business before I'm 30. And I know that I don't want to work a 9 to 5 after I'm 30. Like I want to be, for me, it was really the time freedom that I really, really wanted. Okay. So I started my YouTube channel on a whim after taking a week off from social media, praying to the good Lord. And I was just like, if money was no option, what would I do? And he said couponing. And I was like, no one's going to pay me for that. So I'm like, okay. A few more days later, I said, God, if money was no option, what should I do? He said couponing. And I'm like, bruh, no one's going to pay me for that. I tried that in 2015. Didn't work. I sold like 4 or 5 coupon classes. It didn't work. So that was like, no, I can't make money from it. So I was like, I need to figure out a way to make money from couponing because that's something that I have a lot of experience in. That's something that people have been begging me on Facebook and Instagram to teach, but I don't know how to teach and make money. So I was like, I know people make money from YouTube. I have no idea how they make money from YouTube, but I'm going to figure it out. So on a whim, I started my YouTube channel, August 19th, 2018. They changed my life forever. And I told my sister, I said, I'm giving myself 1 year. I want to make money from this within 1 year. Within 1 year, I want to make money. I got my first YouTube check in 5 months. I started in August. My channel was monetized by December. Got my first YouTube check in January of 2019. When I got that check, it was $342. That check changed my life because it showed me that I could make money from YouTube. It showed me that I could make money doing something that I loved, something that I was doing anyway. I was already couponing every week anyway. About 2 to 3 times per month I was couponing. I had been couponing consistently for 10 years at that time. So I said, I'm quitting my job this year. And I made a plan to quit. From that first paycheck, I was like, I'm quitting my job. Because if I can get paid $342 for yapping on the internet, I'm going to figure it out. And I figured out YouTube as I went. I didn't plan. I didn't pair. I did not have a fancy camera. I did not have a microphone. I did not have lighting. I had nothing. I started with my iPhone 6. My first videos are god awful, but I started and I figured it out as I went. That YouTube channel changed my life and I learned so much. And then I figured out 4 months later how I could actually make money. And I started my very first membership and it was $5 per month. That $5 per month membership made me over $100,000. Like it grew. I changed the price and everything. But that specific membership, my Money Saving Academy, as it ended, that literally made me over $100,000. I've been debating for a while, but I've been focusing on getting my workbook out there for now. Selling, I just started to sell, thank God. Okay, cool. Well, my financial equity, if you change your mind and you're thinking about it, I am hosting a challenge this month to help you start your YouTube channel in 10 days if that's something that you are interested in. Ranisha said I just started to sell. Oh, Ranisha, what actually are you selling? What's your offer? Let us know in the comments. Okay, so I started making money from YouTube without selling anything by literally just posting the content. So I made money directly from YouTube. And if you're unfamiliar, the way you make money from YouTube itself, like when Google pays you, is when you have 1,000 subscribers and you have 4,000 hours of watch time within 12 months, right? And then YouTube will pay you when people watch the ads on your videos. You're not paid for subscribers. You're not paid for views. You're paid when people watch the ads on your videos. So that's how I made that $342 from December that they paid me in January. I got that from people watching the ads on my videos, okay? From watching the ads on my videos. So that's how I started to make money. But that also just showed me that I was able to make money another way from YouTube. So now I want to talk about how I sold my offers, my coaching, and I sell only coaching. I don't sell digital products. I've only sold one course in my life. I don't sell ebooks. I sell coaching, one-on-one or group. I sell boot camps, workshops, and right now I'm selling my 10-day challenge. But this is how I've been able to make those sales from YouTube, okay? Over $200,000 of the $400,000, so over half of my income has come from me directly selling my services, okay? The other half has come from brand deals, affiliates, and directly from the YouTube platform. But over half of my money, actually it's closer to 250, has come from me selling my coaching offers, right? My signature product is a clarity reset. I also have classes, courses in my coaching program. I never thought about group coaching. Ooh. Well, Ranisha, there's a link here for you to get on my email list. Make sure you get on my email list. If you need help putting together a group coaching program, I would love to help you. I have a one-time strategy session, and I also offer 6 months of one-on-one coaching. And I also will have a membership opening up really soon, which I'm very excited for. I'm opening up my membership at the end of the month, and it's poised to help business owners be consistent with their content, specifically on YouTube. Like all the things you need to stay consistent and motivated and supported as you create content for YouTube. It also works if you're just doing TikTok or Instagram. Our main focus will be YouTube, but a lot of the consistency mechanisms will work on any platform. Okay. So make sure you're on my email list so you can stay in the know of all the things that I'm doing. And if there's a way that I can help you get more of what you want, I'd love to help you. Okay. So I was able to make that money directly selling my services on YouTube. Now, have I made sales from Instagram? Have I made sales from TikTok? Have I made sales from Facebook? Yes. I've also been paid directly from TikTok. I've been paid directly from Instagram, and I've been paid directly from Facebook, which you know they are the same. But it's pennies in comparison to the $42,000 that I've made over from YouTube directly. Okay. So the first thing I did to make sales on YouTube is that I position myself as an expert by creating valuable educational content. And yes, I'm reading notes because I'm a yapper. And if I don't make notes, we'll be talking about God knows what in the next 20 minutes because I like to yap. But again, if you have questions, I have no problem answering them. So just drop them in the chat. Okay. I position myself as an expert. How do you do that? You create valuable educational content. If I want to help women with businesses who want to start YouTube, I need to talk about women in business and YouTube. I can't sit here and talk about makeup and expect to attract business owners that want to start a YouTube channel. Okay. So, in order to position yourself as an expert, you need to talk about your industry. You need to talk about your business. You need to talk about the solution to the problem that you solve. I help you solve your sales and marketing problem by creating consistent content, right? So I'm helping you solve the problem of making more money by being consistent on your social media platform. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram if this makes sense. Yes, in the comments on YouTube if this makes sense. I'm also live on all of my platforms at once because in true Krista Maximizer fashion, I'm a maximizer. If I'm already going to go live on YouTube, I'm going to go live on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and both YouTube channels at the same damn time, okay? And I do cuss a little bit. So you position yourself as an expert. You want to create how-to content, right? So when I started off teaching couponing, how to coupon, how to budget, how to coupon at CVS. This is how I coupon. I did vlogs every week of me couponing in CVS and me couponing in Walgreens and me couponing at Target. Rest in peace to Target. Me couponing in Walmart. Me couponing at the grocery store. You want to create how-to comment. So my financial equity, she teaches money content, right? So how to create a budget, how to get clear with your finances, right? How to save for your favorite trip, like how to invest in the stocks, how to do all the things financially, right? Inner healing with Ronisha. What is inner healing? Why do we need it? Why is it going to help us? How do I inner heal? Like, what can I do without needing to go to therapy, right? Like, we need a little bit more than just praying to Jesus, because you can pray all day, but if you're not doing any work, you're not going to heal. Praying alone ain't going to heal you, right? So why do I need to do the inner healing work? Does this make sense? So you want to position yourself as an expert by sharing educational content that's going to attract your ideal client. If I want to sell to business owners, I have to talk about starting my business, helping my clients with their business, starting my YouTube channel, helping my clients with their YouTube channel, creating consistent content. How do you create consistent content? Why do you need content, right? What are my frameworks? What are my philosophies? What are my strategies that show you that I'm an expert? I did not just wake up and start creating content yesterday. I've been doing this for 7 years. You can scroll back to my very first YouTube channel, my very first YouTube videos on my Krista Maximizer channel and see how god awful they are, right? I did not go viral, okay? I can count on one hand the amount of videos I have that are over 100,000 views. On my YouTube channel, my Krista Maximizer YouTube channel, I posted for 5 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years before I had a video reach over 100,000 views. Right around the time that I was struggling and deciding that, you know what, I'm going to be a business coach, I posted a YouTube video. That video to date has over 200,000 views. I posted at the end of 2022. And that video has got over 200,000 views in 2 years. It took me 5 years. Previous to that, the highest viewed video I had was 30,000. Now, I did have a TikTok video get 400,000 views. I have a couple TikTok videos with 100,000 views. I do have a sponsored TikTok video right now today that has 1.1 million views, but that's because them people sponsored it. Why am I telling you this? Why is this relevant? Krista Maximizer was built off consistency. I'm an expert because I've been consistent. The reason why I've been able to get YouTube checks for 5 years, in the past 2 years, I haven't even been posting couponing content, is because I consistently posted 5 to 7 videos every single week for years. Okay? So I am an expert because I have been doing this. I have the experience. I'm not someone who posted a video, went viral, and now I'm a guru. I've been working brick by brick, tier by tier, video by video. It has not been easy. It's never easy. It's not going to be easy. Parts of the business get to be easy, but business is hard. Okay? Business is hard. I don't know. Like, it's a roller coaster, really high highs and really low lows. So buckle up, get on the roller coaster, because that's just the nature of the beast. At every level you get to, there's going to be something else. But I'm an expert because of my experience. And that's what you want to share with your audience. So when I started my YouTube channel, I wasn't new to couponing. I didn't start couponing on Monday and making videos on Tuesday and saying I'm an expert. I have been couponing for 10 years. I was new to YouTube. I was new to having a business, but my expertise was not new. My experience was not new. So I positioned myself as an expert by creating valuable educational content that was going to attract my ideal client, which brought me to number 2, how I made sales from YouTube. I built my audience before I sold a thing. This is one thing I cannot stand when people start a brand new business. You cannot start a business on Monday, start your YouTube channel on Tuesday, and have one of your first videos be like, buy my lip gloss. Your first Instagram video can't be, hey, I'm Crystal, I started a makeup brand, go buy my makeup. Do not do that under any circumstances, okay? On YouTube, I would say you probably need to post a little bit longer before you start selling, because who the hell are you selling to? Even on TikTok, right? Even if you start a TikTok and a video takes off, people go to your profile. If that's only your third video, they're probably not going to follow you. They're probably not going to see you as an expert because you only got 3 daggone videos on your page. You have to build an audience before you sell. Running ads on Facebook is great, but when they click on your profile from that ad and you only got one video, it's like, I don't want to buy her makeup. Like, I only seen her story, I only seen one video about this makeup, and now you want me to buy it? I've only seen one video of you doing braids. You got 3 braid styles on here. You think I'm supposed to go to you? I seen braids, I seen some twists, and I seen some Fulani braids. I'm not about to go to you. There's only 3 videos on your page. You could be telling me that you've been doing this for 10 years, but I'm not booking with you. I only see 3 videos. So you need to focus on building an audience before you sell. I always tell my new clients, you need to be posting at least for 6 to 8 weeks short form video. That's 2 months before you start selling. But Crystal, this is not overnight. Okay. This is not something that you can, it's not the air fryer. Okay. I used to say your budget is not a crock pot. You can't set it and forget it. But I'm also going to say, like, your business is not a microwave. It won't be done in 2 minutes. Sales are not going to happen in 2 minutes. It takes not blood, but a lot of sweat, a lot of tears. Okay. So what I'm saying is you need to build your audience. So when we're looking at YouTube, you want to be posting for same thing, at least 1 to 2 months before you start selling a damn thing. You need to have some subscribers. You need to have your expertise set. Your first video cannot be sign up for my $3,000 coaching program. That can't be the first video. Your first call to action cannot be join my group coaching program. It can't be that. You need to focus on building an audience of ideal clients and position yourself as an expert. I posted for 9 months before I sold a thing. Now, in my new YouTube channel, I posted for like 2 months and then I started selling because my expertise was shown on my other YouTube channel, right? But starting from scratch, at least 2 months of posting, at least 100 subscribers before you start selling. I do not believe it's best to start selling on day 1. Okay? You want to spend time building an audience of ideal clients so you have someone to sell to. So I didn't sell for 9 months because I didn't know what the hell I was going to sell. I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't know if I was going to do product based or if I was going to do services. I didn't know. So I just focused on creating content. I had about 5,000 subscribers when I started selling. When I started selling, I had about 5,000 subscribers. And I sold a $5 membership because I was like, I'm going to see if this works. I don't know if it is, but we going to see. So build an audience before you sell. You cannot be, day 1 cannot be a sale. Okay. You need to build up an audience, right? You need to, and I'll talk about something else along with that too. But like the reason why I've been able to make sales is because my audience trusts me. In order for your audience to know you, like you, and trust you, in order for your audience to buy from you, they need to know you, like you, and trust you. And your consistency showing up as an expert is going to help them build that know, like, and trust factor. They can't know you, like you, and trust you from one video. Very rarely do you buy from a small business after one video. You might buy from Fenty after one video, but most people are not buying from a small business from the very first video that they see. Maybe a little kid, if you see a kid selling something and you want to just support the kid, but most people are going to need to see more videos from that person. Now, they may go to their page and watch 3 or 4 videos and they'll be like, okay, now I'll buy from them. But you see, you had to build that know, like, and trust factor. I had people in my audience. I had just signed a client last month who had been watching my YouTube channel since the couponing days. And she bought 5 years later. Okay. Finally, I had a problem. She had a problem. I had a solution and she bought from me. But she'd been watching me for 5 years. Like 5 years. Most people are not buying from the first video. Okay. So build your audience and then sell. And you want to set yourself up to launch. It can't just be I started my business on Monday, my website's open on Tuesday. Why aren't people buying? Because they don't know you exist. They don't know you, like you, and trust you. No one's going to buy from you. You're not Amazon. You're not Walmart. You are not Shein. No one knows you exist. They're not going to buy from you. No one is going to KristaMaximizer.com unless I sent them. Unless they watched a video, multiple videos, and they want to buy what I'm selling, they want their problem solved, and I have the solution, then they go to KristaMaximizer.com. Make sense? But people aren't waking up looking at my website. People are not waking up and looking at your website unless you sent an email and you sent them there, unless they watched a video and your video pointed them there. But we have to remember that we have to work double time to build an audience before they will buy from us, okay? The next way that I've been able to make sales from YouTube is I've answered all the questions. I changed the couponing industry. When I came in, I disrupted the industry because the couponers were not answering questions. Someone would watch a video, they'd have a question, and the answer would be, go to Google, look at the breakdown, did you watch the video, or no response at all. And I'm like, the people just want help. I answered the question, how do you coupon? What's the coupon? Where do you get coupons? Almost every single day I was answering that question in email, in DMs, on live, in comments. Every day a new person is finding you. By denying them the answer to their question, you could be denying a sale right now or in the future. Before people buy things, they have questions. No one is blindly buying something without asking a question. What's the price? How is this going to help me? Can you explain this a little bit more? How is this going to help me specifically? Is this even for me? How does this work? Why do I need it? How did it work for you? Give me an example. Make sense? So like I would sit on live and I would answer questions. And if any of my OGs are here, let me know in the comments, right? I would sit on live and I would answer questions. Other couponers were not doing that. They were literally saying, go to Google, look at the breakdown, or not responding at all. So me sitting there and answering questions, when I did sell something, it made people want to buy from me because they felt seen by me. They weren't afraid to ask me a question because they knew I was going to answer. So to this day, I answer all questions. I answer all my questions on live. I respond to my DMs. I respond to my comments. Now, I'm delayed on my comments, definitely delayed on responding to comments, but I respond. If you message me, if you email me, if you comment, I respond. Me, not a team, not a bot. Crystal is going to respond to you. That makes a huge difference. You are not Beyonce. You are not Rihanna. Respond to the comments. Answer your people's questions. Think about it. I want you to think about it this way. If you had a brick and mortar store, you have a storefront, and someone walks in, oh my gosh, I love your store. Can you tell me a little bit more about that painting that's for sale? Could you imagine someone asking you that question in your face and you just saying, that's what a like is? Or could you imagine someone coming into your store asking you that question and you turn your back and go in the back? That's like no response. Does that make that person want to buy from you? Yes or no? Does that person want to give you their hard-earned money? No matter how desperate they are to get their problem solved, they want that picture is perfect for their living room. Are they going to buy it? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Are they going to buy from you? No, absolutely the hell not, because you ignored them. In the beginning, when you're smaller, it's more important to answer all the questions. It's more important to be responsive. It's more important to respond to your DMs. The reason why I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars online, the reason why I've been able to even get brand deals as a business owner is because I respond to my audience. I answer their questions. Okay? Answer the questions. My audience loves it. I did one thing even a step further. I used to call my audience. So if you joined my email list, if you signed up for a free class or something that I was doing, I have a work phone. I got 2 phones. That's how I'm live on Instagram and TikTok right now. I pick up the phone. I call it smiling and dialing. I used to be a recruiter. I used to cold call people and I used to call people from their resume to get them an interview for a job. I would call people and they would be so excited to hear from me. And I would literally just answer their questions. Some of them bought, some of them didn't. They were very happy to hear from me. Whether they bought or not, I answered their questions. So respond to your comments, respond to your DMs. And when you're in a place and you're going live, answer all the questions. Bake time into your lives, bake time into your business. When I teach my audience how to start a YouTube channel, engagement is a part of it. You don't have to do it every day, but once or twice a week, you need 15 minutes on your calendar to just respond to comments. It goes a long way. It goes a huge way in building that know, like, and trust factor with your audience. And that's why I feel like I've been able to make so many sales from YouTube, because I engage with my audience and I answered their questions. Okay. The next reason why I've been able to make sales from my YouTube channel is I shared my offer as a solution to a problem. Okay. Your offer is a solution to your ideal client's problem. My ideal client, coaches and service providers. Their problem, they want to make more consistent sales using social media. The solution, start a YouTube channel. The solution, plan your content for a month at a time. The solution, get support, accountability, and motivation from a coach. I am the solution to your problem. If you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, join me for my challenge that starts on October 27th. You can sign up at KristaMaximizer.com. I'm going to teach you A to Z how to start a YouTube channel for your business and help you create your very first video. When you leave the challenge, your first video will be created. You'll know what kind of content to put on your YouTube channel, how consistently you need to post, and what that content is going to look like. You're going to know how to plan out your content, record your videos, edit your videos, post your videos, description box, titles, thumbnails, everything that you need to start a YouTube channel. I am teaching it to you live, not pre-recorded. Just like how I'm talking to you right now, that's how I'm going to teach you in the challenge. It's not going to be someone else. It's not going to be a pre-recorded video you watch. It's going to be me at a specific time, live like this, teaching it to you. I prefer to teach live. It's honestly the best way. But my challenge is the solution to your problem if you have been wanting to start a YouTube channel and you've been scared. You've been wanting to start a YouTube channel and you don't know how to do it. You've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, but you don't know if it's actually going to help your business. The solution to your problem is my 10-day challenge. It's less than $5 a day. It's $49 for 10 days of support. That includes Zoom Q&As with me. It includes a Facebook group community. So you can not only talk to me, you can talk to the other ladies. And it includes 6 live training sessions with me. Okay. So the solution to your problem, if you're not consistent with your marketing, if the algorithms on Instagram and TikTok are not giving you what you want to give, you're not making consistent sales, you need a YouTube channel. And the solution to that problem is to start the YouTube channel by joining me in the challenge. So when I was selling my membership, the solution to everyone's problem was they had so many questions about couponing. They had questions about their specific breakdowns, about specific stores, about their budget, about actually saving money, about how to know if it's a good deal. People just had so many questions. So I said, okay, pay me $5 a month and you can ask me unlimited questions. At one point, I was doing like 6 or 7 live trainings a month, and they were able to just come on and ask me questions. They were able to get all the support they needed for $5 a month. Okay? Okay. That's the solution to their problem. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen if that makes sense on TikTok. Yes in the comments on YouTube and Facebook if that makes sense, right? So I shared my offer as a solution to their problem. When you're a business owner, you're solving problems, okay? People pay to solve their problems every single day, right? So make sure you're offering your offer as a solution to your ideal client's problem, okay? The next way that I was able to make sales from YouTube is I invited my audience to my email list. Now, as much as I love YouTube, we don't own our social medias. You don't own your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok, your Facebook. Just like how we saw TikTok go away for those 24 hours, the social media platforms can be gone. The only thing that I own is my website and my email list. So as you are building said audience, invite them to your email list. So if you're not subscribed to my email list and you're not on my email list, if you don't listen to anything else from me, Go to KristenMaximizer.com. It's linked in my bio on TikTok and Instagram. It's linked in the description box on Facebook and YouTube. And click on join the list. Get on my email list. It's totally free. I send a notification every time I go live. I send out weekly notifications about what I'm selling and what I'm offering, how I can help you solve your problem, right? Get your audience to your email list. I've made so many sales because of YouTube, because they watch a YouTube video, get on my email list. I send an email about a solution to the problem. If they got that problem, they're ready to pay for the solution. Bam, I get a sale. Like, I wasn't worried if TikTok went away because I had an email list of a nice chunk of people that could buy what I'm selling, right? If my YouTube channel goes away, I will be sad, but I have an email list of people that I can sell to. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen if this makes sense, right? So I've been able to be so successful because yes, they watch the video. Yes, I answer their questions, but I'm able to connect with them in the palm of their hand via email. So I can also not only talk about my offer in a video, I can talk about my offer in an email. Email marketing is still one of the top marketings. Okay. People are still buying from emails every single day. So you want to invite your audience to your email list. If you're like, Crystal, I don't know about an email list, on my YouTube channel, I have a playlist about starting an email list. You can go watch it. Build a Business with Chris on YouTube. It's Build a Business with KRYS. You can watch it. When you get on my email list, you get a link to my YouTube channel. The first email sends out a link. Hey, you can watch my YouTube videos. But I have a playlist. And if you want even more help, you want me to hold your hand and walk you through it, you can book a strategy session and we will create your email list from scratch. Okay? Okay. So invite your audience off of the platform and into your email list. That's how I was able to make more sales. Okay? Okay. I was able to make sales from my YouTube channel. Are you ready? This is a big one, okay? I asked for the sale and I made it easy to buy, right? So if you're a coach or a coach or service provider, and you want to start a YouTube channel, you should join me for my 10-day challenge, Create a Channel with Chris. And I am going to teach you and walk you through the steps, not teach you, walk you through the steps of starting a YouTube channel from scratch. You will leave with your first video posted, and I'm teaching you everything: planning, recording, editing, uploading, description box, thumbnails, everything that you need for a YouTube channel. I'm teaching it for you. Any of the equipment you need. All you need is a smartphone. You're going to need a lighting source and a microphone. I'm going to give you suggestions on those. It's going to cost you less than $100, including paying for the challenge to start your YouTube channel. As long as you got a smartphone, you don't need a bunch of fancy equipment, right? You can go to KristenMaximizer.com and click on challenge. If you're on your phone, click the 3 black lines and click challenge. You can watch the video, get all the details, and save your spot at KristenMaximizer.com. It's in the description box on YouTube. It's linked on Instagram and TikTok. It's easy to buy. If people have to click or DM you or email you to get the link, it's hard to buy. I have not bought something because it's hard to get the link, right? So you want to let your audience know, I have this for you. If you're struggling with this, this is the solution to the problem, and this is how you can buy it. Make it easy to buy from you. If it's hard to buy from you, people won't buy. So I made it very easy. One thing that I desperately wanted when I started my business was a website. I wanted KristenMaximizer.com. Okay. So I went and I bought the domain. I got a little rinky-dink website. I had a big cartel website. It was so rinky-dink when I started. Okay. Now I have a Squarespace website. I bought a custom template. It's real pretty. But you can go to KristenMaximizer.com and work with me. You can go to KristenMaximizer.com and sign up for the challenge. You can go to KristenMaximizer.com and email me if you have a question or if you want help or if you want support, right? I make it easy to buy from me. I always make sure the link is in my bio. I always make sure the link is in the description box on YouTube, right? I always make sure it's clickable. Because if you cannot make it easy, people can't buy from you. They cannot give you their money if it's hard to buy from you. If they can't find the link, they got to wait for you to DM them back. Like, make it easy to buy from you. Okay. The last way that I made money from YouTube or sales from YouTube, I maximize my description boxes. All those links that I'm talking about are in my description box. So you can sign up for my email list. You can join the challenge. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can watch a playlist. All the links are in the description box. The description box is unmatched on YouTube because the other platforms don't have something as big and robust. You can't click the comments on TikTok and Instagram. You can put a hyperlink in the comments on YouTube and it's clickable. You can put hyperlinks in your description box of YouTube and it's clickable. So it makes it very easy for your audience to buy from you directly from your description box. All they have to do is click a button while they're still watching the video, versus on TikTok and Instagram, they have to click out of the video and go to your profile. On YouTube, they just click read more on the description box while you're still talking, and they can click the button in real time while they're still listening to your video. Description box is unmatched. You can also put other links in there, links to other videos, links to other social medias, links to your email. You can put whatever you want in the description box. It's 5,000 characters. You have so much space and opportunity to put so much in there. You can go into more detail about your offer if you want in the description box, okay? The description box is unmatched, okay? So this is how I've made sales from YouTube. If you are a coach or a service provider, if you are a business owner, you sell a service, and you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, join me for my 10-day challenge. It's called Create a Channel with Chris, and I'm going to walk you through the steps to create a YouTube channel from scratch using your smartphone. I literally run my YouTube channel from an iPhone 13 Pro Max. I've never used a camera. I've only used an iPhone. Right? So you don't need fancy equipment. I've made $42,000 directly from YouTube, and all of my videos are from an iPhone. I've made over $200,000 in sales of my coaching from an iPhone. It does not have to be super fancy. You can make it look really, really good from your phone. So if you're a business owner, you want to make more sales, you want to make more sales in 2026, start the YouTube channel now. Build your audience now. You can be launching your offer in January. You can be having a nice big launch from your YouTube channel in January if you start the channel now. So the 10-day challenge starts on October 27th, and I'm going to walk you through everything you need to do to post your first video on YouTube. If you already have a YouTube channel, you're like, Crystal, I have a YouTube channel. I just need to be more consistent. I will be opening up a membership in November that's going to help you with consistent content to make consistent sales. So just make sure you are on my email list for that. And if you join the challenge, you get some discounts and promos for joining the membership. Okay. So go to KristaMaximizer.com, click on challenge, KristaMaximizer.com/challenge to save your seat in the 10-day challenge to start your YouTube channel. But now I want to open the floor for questions. Are there any questions about how I've made sales from YouTube, starting a YouTube channel, using YouTube for your business? Let me know if you have questions. If you don't have any questions, can you let me know, was this helpful for you? Yes or no? Or drop your questions in the comments. So either do you have questions or was this helpful? But I do want to thank y'all for joining me for this live. I absolutely love talking about YouTube, love talking about my business and all the things. So just let me know in the comments if you have questions or was this helpful? If you want to stay in the know, but you're not ready to start a YouTube channel, you don't need any help with that, just please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. Build a Business with KRYS, and get on my email list. When you get on my email list, you get the link to my YouTube channel as well. So it's a double whammy. But subscribe, stay in the know, and I also let you know every time I go live on my YouTube channel as well. Okay? I send out that email on my email list every time I go live. So, are there any questions? It was helpful. I posted dozens of personal finance TikTok videos, but my page didn't improve much, so I'm worried I can't make sales. Okay. So I would have to kind of look at your content and see if you're open to a content audit. We can set one of those up. I do offer content audits. I can review your content, give you suggestions, and help you figure out what you can do to improve if you want to do that on TikTok. TikTok is more about building your audience, educating your audience, and then getting them to your email list and selling them in your email list. When it comes to financial content, it's really visual, and showing the numbers in black and white can be super duper helpful. But if you are in a place where you want help, definitely just book a sales call and we can chat about what working together would look like if that's something that you're interested in, if you want help. If you want to continue to focus on TikTok, I would definitely say YouTube could definitely be to your benefit when it comes to financials, because I want you to think about it this way. People go to YouTube specifically searching for something. On TikTok, people are scrolling through the For You page. So if someone's not in a place to work on their finances, they're going to swipe past your videos. Versus people are intentionally going to YouTube on how to grow my wealth, right? How to make a budget, how to better manage my money. My money is effed up. Help me fix it. Does that make sense? It's the same thing that you said, that it's the same information that you say on TikTok. You will be very surprised. So, like, one of the fundamental things of financial security is people need to have a budget. They have to have a money plan, right? I can teach you a 1 minute money plan on TikTok, or I can spend 20 minutes going in depth on a money plan, right? So don't worry about not having enough to say. You want to worry about, is my content getting in front of my ideal client? Right? Which can definitely be done on TikTok. Regardless of what platform you on, you need a plan. It can't just be posting personal finance videos. What are your calls to action? What frameworks are you teaching? What processes are you teaching? Is your content engaging? Is it exciting? Is it motivating? Is it coming from a place of making people feel bad about their money? Or is it coming from a place of people thinking like, damn, she's right. I need to do this if I want to get this, right? Why do people need to have their finances together? What does that look like in their life, right? So there's a lot of different things that could be going on with your content that is the reason why you feel like you're not getting sales, right? Is your offer aligned with what people actually need right now, right? I love doing my budgeting content. It went over really, really well. And I would show my actual budget. Like, I was that person, because I mean, I really personally don't care. Like, I would show my actual numbers and I would budget with my audience. And then my paid clients who were in my membership, we set up our budgets together every single month and they would see my numbers every single month. And I did that for years. So it's just, what's your angle? What's your secret sauce? What makes you different? And how are you presenting the content to your ideal clients? Because if people are made to feel bad, they're not going to take action. But if you make them feel motivated, then they're going to want to take action, and then they're going to want to solve their problem, and your offer is the solution. And personally, this is me personally, when it comes to finances, people need more than templates and checklists and budget planners. It's so played out. Like, just telling people to fill out the boxes is not going to work, right? The classes, the education, the walking them through, that's what people really need when it comes to finances. Accountability, check-ins. My audience would set up their budgets with me together every single month. We would do it on a live together every single month. That was helpful for them, instead of like pushing a checklist. Like, I'm not going to do this stupid checklist. But if I paid for a class and I have to show up every single month, I'm going to work on these numbers, because everybody's working on it together. It's that collective energy. And we're going through like the goods, the bads. Like, did you stay on budget? Did you go over? What does it look like? You know what I mean? Thank you so much for those gifts. So there's a lot when it comes to the type of content that you're creating. But I would have to look and see at your content. So again, if you want help, if you're in a place where you're like, I want this problem solved, definitely book a sales call with me. The sales calls are free, and we can see if we need to just do like a one-time strategy session and content audit, or if you want to do continuous coaching, I do offer one-on-one as well. Okay? Does anybody else have any other questions? But thank you so much for being here. And yeah, does anybody else have any other questions? If you decide that you have questions after this that you didn't want to ask on live, you can go ahead and send me an email at Krista Maximizer. It's help@KristaMaximizer.com. Or you can send me a DM on TikTok or Instagram at Krista Maximizer, which is KRYS the Maximizer. So I gave y'all a lot today. So yeah, I do want to thank y'all so much for joining me. And I will see y'all for the next live. If you're on my email list, you'll get notified the next time I go live. Okay. So y'all have a good night, and I will see you soon. Bye.